Hello everyone, hope everyone's doing well. Today I'm going to review the Canon RF 16mm F2.8. This lens is super light. First try. So this lens came out recently and I have had it for a couple months now, and I filmed a few videos with it. If you're interested, I'll insert the latest video up here. The main reason it attracted me to get this lens is the price. It is only $300 US. That's cheap compared to other RF lens. It's probably the cheapest RF lens they offer. Another reason it attracted me to get this lens is a 16mm f2.8. It is small and light. Just give you a comparison. This is the RF 28 to 70 f2. I mean, just compare to see how small it is. But maybe it's not a good comparison because this is the biggest RF lens there is, I think. But yeah. So let's talk about what is this lens good for. This lens is great for landscape photography, real estate photography, and even vlogging. So before, I vlog or create videos on this beast, and it is very heavy. When you pair this with R6, it's literally an arm workout. But I guess that's the main reason I got this lens, is just mainly for vlogging and just landscape photography. But yeah, and at the same time, when I paired this with the R6, I guess you can say it's less intimidating. When I paired the R6 with a 28 to 70, it is very noticeable and very intimidating.
The world is open wide. I wanna feel alive. I hear adventure call.
Next, let's talk about the build quality of the lens. It is built very similar to the RF 50mm f1.8. There is no weather seal on the lens, and there's only one control ring. There is a switch on the side of the lens where you can use this for manual focus, or if you switch back to control, and you can use this ring for change to ISO or shutter speed, just like all other RF lens, which is really nice. And the filter thread on this lens is only 43mm, which is very small. Not many companies make that small of filters, but I haven't had a chance to get the ND filter for this lens yet. But eventually I will. Another thing about this lens, when you turn on, the lens do zoom out a little bit, or the lens do extend out just a little bit, but it's still not that big deal because it is still a very small lens.
Hey, what are you saying? Feels like a perfect day. Get lost and find our way. We camp out in our car, sleep under the stars.
The image quality on this lens is good. I've noticed distortion around the corners of the image. It's pretty bad, especially when you're taking RAW files. But if you take JPEG files, the distortion is less noticeable. And as right now, the Lightroom do not have the correction for the distortion. I'm sure later on they will come out with the correction. But overall, the lens is still very sharp and contains all the detail in the middle of the image.
Feels like the world is ours. Oh yeah. This is the good life.
The video quality of this lens. The lens does not have lens stabilization, but when I pair this with the R6, I use the IBIS, and one thing I do notice from that is around the corners is the wobble effect. To me, it's not that big deal, but when I turn the IBIS off on the R6, it makes it a lot worse. So it seemed like it would just always be there. But if that wobble effect is a big deal for you, that would be something for you to consider.
This is the good life.
My final thoughts on this RF 16mm f2.8. I think it's a very interesting and unique lens. The main purpose I'm going to use this lens for is for vlogging and for landscape photography. For video, the weird effects around the corner, the wobble, it's not that big deal for me. And for photography, the distortions around the corners, I'm sure later on Lightroom will come out with a correction in order to fix that. And if you have any questions about the RF 16mm f2.8, make sure you comment below and hopefully I can answer your questions. And if you like this review video, make sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you have a beautiful day.
Follow the desert roads to where no man goes. We can see it.